What is up, everybody? We are live. I got my boy OTL. I'm sure you guys have seen us on other shows together. But yeah, we're here. We're celebrating a huge Bills win. It was never in doubt, like I was saying to OTL earlier. Never a doubt in my mind who was going to win that game. But yeah, so we're gonna obviously talk about the Bills. And then we'll recap some of the other games this week and look at some fantasy numbers. We got the fantasy expert OTL here, so yeah. Let's get into it. What did you think of the Bills game?
Man, obviously, I mean, as a Steelers fan, like, was pulling for the Bills the whole game, but really lost a lot of hope when Henry had his second 50-yard touchdown. I was like, oh my gosh, it's over. Ravens have the best rushing attack again, but
it's crazy. He had 101 rushing yards in the second quarter alone. Yeah. In one quarter, he had 100 rushing yards. Like, I mean, so I don't know. That's obviously something we're going to have to clean up. Like, obviously, our run defense is. I mean, it's the best rushing team in the league, so they're obviously going to go off, but. That was, to me, was unacceptable defense.
I mean, he put up 200 yards on you guys last year too. So, like, I don't know.
He was putting up 200 yards against us when he was on the Titans too, right? So he's just always had our number. I mean, he's one of the best backs of all time. So
he does that to everyone. Yeah, he's going to finish top 5, and he does that to everyone. Like, he averages 100 yards a game. Most years he's healthy. Like,
he's on that
anything to be. I don't think
he's on that like LeBron James like regimen. He's just going to be good forever. You know what I mean? Like the way he takes care of his body, the way he plays, like he's good. He just gotta, when there's a minute left, he's just got to hold on to the ball. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, like, making it to age 31 and you're still one of the best backs in the league. Like, he's just completely breaking the rules of like running back fall off age. Like, he's getting better with age.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like from a fantasy perspective, I'm always like, okay, this is the year he's going to have a fall off. Like, don't draft him. This is the year he's going to fall off. This is the year he's going to and it never happens. It never comes.
Yeah, the only year where it was right was when he broke his foot. But before that, he had 1,000 yards in 8 games. Like,
yeah.
As long as he's out there, like, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't
think, as long as he's
like, he's gonna fall off until you see it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there watching the game, and you're like, this is fucking heartbreak. Like, I'm just sitting here watching the Bills get destroyed again, and next thing you know, we're like we did. I feel like we did enough to kind of, obviously we did enough to stick around, and like we were always within that like two points. Two score game, and luckily we got the turnover when we needed it.
Yeah, I mean, going into the fourth, it was 34. Was it 34-20?
Yeah, something like that. Even like
34-19.
Yeah, they were down 15 in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you think about the 2-point conversion attempts? Like, do you think they should have kicked the field goal?
I hated it. 100%. Like the one where we went for, there was a penalty on they had too many men. It was in the first half. They had too many men. So then we ended up taking the penalty and going for 2. I thought we should have just kept the 1. Because then it felt like we were chasing 2-point conversions the whole time. Yeah, and it came down to the fact that their guy missed their. What's that?
You get at the 1 yard line, right?
Yeah. And at that point, like, why are we throwing the ball? Just let Josh Allen run it in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a problem with us. I feel like sometimes we forget that we have Josh Allen as our quarterback. Yeah.
Like, just let him jump over the line.
Exactly.
But anyway.
But yeah, I thought since we missed that 2-point conversion in the first half, we were chasing 2-point conversions, trying to get it back to 7, and thankfully their guy missed the extra point, the kick, and then that kind of allowed us to go back to kicking the 1-pointers again. And it was I was confused on the one that Coleman converted, because they said he was out of bounds and then came back in and caught the ball, which you're not allowed to do. But you're also not allowed to push the guy out of bounds. Like, by definition, wouldn't that mean that he was being interfered with? Like, isn't that pass interference if you're pushing him out? Like, you're recognizing that he's being pushed out of bounds because you called the penalty on him for coming back into the. So I felt like that was a strange kind of breakdown of what happened. But that catch by DeAndre Hopkins was pretty crazy, though.
The one-hander, yeah.
The one-hander. I thought he bobbled it a lot. Like, I guess he already had completed the catch, because when he had caught it and when he came down with it, the ball definitely bounced around in his hand and off the ground. But I guess he doesn't have to survive the ground at that point because he had it for so long. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, he was a pretty underrated addition for the Ravens, I thought, and I thought they could have used him a little bit more out there. I know he's not as fast as he used to be, but he's probably the most reliable hands on the team outside of like Andrews.
Yeah, well,
maybe not Andrews in the playoffs, but outside maybe Flowers.
Man, Flowers went off today. He had 130 some yards or whatever.
Yeah.
What did you think of the quarterback battle, the Allen versus Lamar? Do you think, like,
I mean,
neither, like, I felt like the whole first half and like maybe probably 3 quarters, I felt like the game was being decided by Derrick Henry and the offensive line. It wasn't really it wasn't really about either one of the quarterbacks, but I mean, they both played really, really well.
I mean, just the box score alone, Allen had 400 and 2 touchdowns, and then 2 touchdowns on the ground. Then Lamar only threw 19 times, which, like, I guess because they were ahead most of the game, they're just pounding it with Henry. But
it's hard to throw the ball when your running back is running for 50 yards a carry.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar just didn't have to do much, and I think, like, he didn't make too many mistakes.
Exactly.
That's just what we're kind of used to him after last year. Like, he's just always moving the offense down the field and just not taking very many negative plays. Like, I mean, I know I probably mess around a bunch, but he's, like, probably one of the most, like, I don't know if he's the most talented quarterback in the NFL because, like, Josh Allen, but I think like, from a talent perspective, like Lamar, I think after last year, like, he's up there with Mahomes and just
definitely. Those are the top 3 for sure in my opinion. Mahomes, Lamar, and Allen, and you can kind of place them however you want. I'm going to be biased for sure, but I think it's tough to watch what both of those guys do and be like, okay, there's a better quarterback in the league somewhere.
Yeah. And I think at this point, like, in their careers, like, the only thing you can nitpick on is just playoff performances, and Mahomes and Allen are just much better playoff performers than Lamar.
Yeah.
Like, I think regular season, you know what you're getting from all 3 of them, and that, I mean, at this point, like, that's the only difference maker for the top 3 is playoffs.
Yeah,
you know they're going to be there.
Exactly.
And how they play at the top that's what determines it, in my opinion.
Okay, so just quickly, we'll show some of these here. Teach reposted this stream. Jerry Jones and I reposted this stream. Thanks, boys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Just obviously going over the Bills game, and I'll tell you right now, I was shitting my pants because they flashed to, like, after we forced the punt and we got the ball back and we knew we needed 3 points to win the game. They showed Matt Prater on the screen, and I was like, our whole game is going to come down to this 41-year-old.
He looked so funny on the sideline. Like, he looked like
my God. My light flashed before my eyes. I was like, the whole game is going to come down to this guy.
He looked like a 15-year-old trapped in a 45-year-old's body. Like, he looked so funny.
Oh my God, man. I thought
he was gonna I thought he was gonna miss.
I thought for
Honestly,
sure, like, luckily we got it down to like the 10-yard line and made it like a 20-yard field goal. Cause like, if it was going to be like a 40-yard plus, I'm like, there's no chance this guy's going to make the field goal.
yeah. I have a question though. When Coleman caught that post route on Jair,
Mhm.
Jair tripped him.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Coleman would have scored there?
I don't think he would have known to like slide and like not
Yeah.
get the touchdown.
He
I think he would have
doesn't
ran into the end zone.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's that aware of a player to.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't think he would have. I think he would have ran in, and they would have had a minute left on the clock to go down and get a touchdown and try and beat us.
Yeah, I think Jair lost the game there by tripping him up.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
what else, man? That was such a crazy. Like, I was literally sitting on my couch, like, so depressed, like just watching. Okay, this is another beatdown, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're right back in it. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was over, like in the fourth quarter, but
well, yeah, when Derrick Henry ran down the sideline there and scored another touchdown, and they got to whatever to get them to 40, I was like, okay, well, game's over. Like, we're down 15, then there's 4 minutes left or whatever it is, 5 minutes left in the game. Like, crazy.
Yeah. I mean, teams like the Ravens like don't blow leads like that. Like,
no, exactly. Especially when
people shit on Harbaugh, but he's a great coach. Like, he doesn't fuck up game management situations like that too often.
No. Did he? Are they saying he messed up the game man? Like,
no, it's on Henry, but people are blaming Harbaugh.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you blame Harbaugh for Henry fumbling. Like, you're running the clock out, and you're trusting your Hall of Fame running back to not fumble. Like, he put the ball.
He never fumbles. He like never fumbles.
I can't remember the last time Henry fumbled.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy game. So just fantasy wise from this game, who do you think, like, who had the best numbers? Obviously, like, outside of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, outside of the obvious ones, like looking at Coleman just leading in targets and like the big play situations, Allen was always going to Coleman. Like, I think he's kind of taken over as the number one there.
Yeah.
He's still like super young, and he's going to drop some, but I think like just the fact he trusts him so much, like I think he's the one wide receiver you really want to go for in this offense. And then, I mean, outside of like the obvious guys on the Ravens, like there's really no one else outside of Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, and Lamar, obviously. But
do you think if Isaiah Likely was in, it would be any different?
Probably. I mean, he's usually their number 2 target out there.
Yeah, because like they didn't really go to the tight end at all. Like, I don't know.
Andrews once.
I didn't see Andrews once. I think their other tight end caught one. I don't know, but yeah. I didn't see much from their tight ends today. So like, I don't know how much of a difference. Maybe Likely is their target guy. So
yeah,
they would be throwing the ball to him more.
Part of that can just be they didn't throw much. I mean, 18 pass attempts, like, and Mark Andrews got 1 target. That's not a good sign, but
yeah.
I mean, Mark Andrews was blocking for Henry the whole game.
Yeah.
But he does this. Like, he started the season off slow last year. Like, people were dropping Mark Andrews after week 4 because he had 5 points combined in
exactly. It's like that. Who's the one in Arizona? He gets like all the targets and all the catches, but he never scores a touchdown.
McBride.
Yeah. He never gets touchdowns.
He has like 2 receiving touchdowns in his career. It's crazy.
Okay, so I actually, like, going into this game, I like on all my shows talking about this week 1, I predicted that the Bills were going to lose this game. So this is like a bonus for me because I had already predicted them going like only losing like 4 games. So now it's like, okay, now we're because we have a pretty easy schedule. Like we can go on a 10-game winning streak here now because the rest of our upcoming games aren't that tough.
Yes.
Like I think we have like the Saints and the Colts and like other teams that like we have Carolina, like, and especially after a game like this, like we're just going to be, I feel like we're just going to use this kind of momentum and just kind of run through a couple bad teams. Like we have Miami coming up in like 2 weeks, I think, and like I feel like the outcome of that one is pretty much a guarantee as of right now.
The Bills, like, they're not really one to lose games they shouldn't. Like they were really good at that last year.
Yeah.
I don't think they dropped a game to anyone bad. You can probably
exactly. They beat the teams that they should have beat for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what of the previous games I guess stood out for you the most today? Like what was your number one storyline?
Well, you know what I'm going to say. Rodgers.
Should we share that other screen there? Should we share that other screen? You want to get into that?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, first game that comes to mind for me as a Steeler fan, just looking at this top, 17 points in the fourth quarter. I do not remember. We averaged 17 points a game for a couple seasons in a row. And now we have a quarterback like throwing 4 touchdowns and 250 yards. Like it was beautiful to watch. Like,
yeah.
Obviously it's a little bit concerning giving up 32 points to the Jets. But
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought Fields was awesome today. Like,
yeah. I thought he was good too.
He was making a lot of tough throws, like tight windows.
Yeah.
He was making plays on third down. And Breece Hall was just like tearing us up for 10-yard run after 10-yard run. Like,
yeah, it felt like every time he got the ball, it was a first down.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but every time they would run the opposite way of TJ Watt and get 10 yards. Like, TJ Watt's impact on the run game is just like
it's
unreal.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like,
crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely hate watching the Jets for sure, just division team. But man, they looked better than I was giving them credit for in the preseason, because I wasn't sure how the Fields experiment was going to work out. But that connection of Fields to Wilson looks like it could be good for sure.
He hit him on that deep throw, which I think a huge concern like about Fields was his deep passing, and like he didn't really air it out too much like down the field, but like he hit on the one he really needed to early on, and I was, after he hit that, I was a little worried. Like I think they went up. I don't know if you see. They went up 19-10. I think at one point. I think it was after that Wilson touchdown. I was like, oh shit! Like this is gonna be a high scoring game, and it's gonna actually test Rodgers. Like, can he keep up in these games? Like,
yeah.
And I think he showed that.
Did you hear him after the game?
Oh yeah. Like he's happy beating anyone associated with the Jets. Like he hated them. I don't know what went on behind
the thing is, I don't get it. Like you were there one season, you played 4 snaps one season, and then like we're like if anything, they should be pissed at you because they paid you all this money and you really didn't do anything for them.
Yeah. I think it's a huge what if, like if Rodgers never tears his Achilles there, like because they were like stupidly hyped up before the season.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They were saying, they had people saying they were going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the year before that they had like they had the best defense in the league or whatever. Mm-hmm. They had Garrett Wilson, they had Breece Hall, and they're like, okay, we're just a quarterback away. And then you get Aaron Rodgers, and I feel like that's what people were saying about the Steelers last year. Going into this year, they're like, okay, we're just a quarterback away. Mm-hmm. And then you go out and get DK Metcalf on top of that, and then add Aaron Rodgers to it, and you're just like, okay, now they're like, when schedules came out, I predicted the Steelers to go like 0-17 because we had no idea who was at their quarterback and they hadn't traded for DK Metcalf yet.
Yeah.
And then like, you make those two moves happen, and you're like, okay, well now it's a crapshoot. Anything can happen with this team.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is gonna like. I'm trying not to get my hopes too high, but I think like 10-7 is very reasonable for this team looking at their schedule. Like
100%.
They have a great defense and they have a competent quarterback. Like that was the recipe.
Who's apparently on a revenge tour for no reason.
It would be so funny if this was like his only good week, and then he just retires after beating. I wouldn't even blame him.
He's that what is it? That Vince Carter meme? I got one more in me. It was just this one game. He just had this one more game in him. That's it.
I mean, he is one petty guy, though.
But what do you think for that Rodgers to DK like connection, like not only for your team but like fantasy wise as well?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised how much the ball got spread around. I thought DK was going to see like 30-40% target share, but he was getting a lot of people involved, especially Jonnu. Like,
yeah,
Jonnu was getting a ton of screens. Like, a lot of them didn't go anywhere, but like
I had that. I think you got two Jalen running backs, Jalen Warren and Jalen something else.
No, it's Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I have that Jalen Warren guy on my bench in one of my teams, and he had a pretty good game. So I might have to debate putting him in.
I was surprised how much Kenneth Gainwell played, because he was second on the depth chart, but he was pretty highly drafted in fantasy this year as a rookie. Like, people thought he was winning the job outright, and he got one carry and was playing special teams most of the game. So I'm pretty concerned there. Like, I didn't really love him as a prospect coming out of college. I didn't love the pick in the third round. So
yeah, I
don't know. To not use him at all, but Rodgers has never really loved rookies in the past, though. Like, he always goes with the vets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised. Like, I wonder if it was awkward for Alan Lazard, like seeing Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the field instead of being in the same huddle as him.
He's wondering why he trapped him in New York.
Now he's stuck in New York.
I signed this stupid contract to play with you. And now I'm going 4-13.
So yeah, I have Jalen Warren in one of my leagues, and he had 37 rushing yards, 22 receiving yards, a receiving touchdown. So like, he's going to be all right, I think, going forward.
Yeah, and we just paid him too. So
yeah, you also had to pay Cam Hayward.
Yeah, that was weird. Like $3 million in incentives. It sounds like they just got like. So it's $3 million in incentives. I think that's just $750,000 extra for every playoff win. If you
something like that.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh no, I think they said it can go up to 18 million in incentive.
That's the total he could earn. So he was at 15 million, and they just added incentive.
Okay.
He could earn up to 18.
Yeah.
18 million in incentives would be crazy though. He'd be
that's insane, actually. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, so what else? What else do we got? What was another story? Micah Parsons coming back, or I guess not coming back, but Micah got a big sack. I guess kind of against. It was late in the game, right? Like it was kind of like a game sealing sack.
Let me pull it up. Where is the box score? I don't know. I actually don't know if that stood. I think they got called back for offsides.
Oh, did it?
The sack, yeah.
I predicted the Lions to go to the Super Bowl against the Bills, and I don't know. They look. Jared Goff doesn't look. Jared Goff doesn't look too hot to start the season.
Yeah, I will say though, like. They were game planning for this game for a while, and the Packers added a top 3 defensive player a week ago. Like, I think that threw a wrench in things a little bit. Like,
that's fair.
Their interior offensive line was already a little bit shaky. They lost Zeitler and their center Ragnow in the offseason. Like, I think I don't know. I'm not like completely sold like the season's over for the Lions. Like, I think they still have a very strong, like, they could be 10-7, 11-6 wild card team, but I think the Packers are far and away the best team in the North now.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see Minnesota play tomorrow night. We'll if JJ is what they're predicting, then they could be a contender for sure. Yeah. But what I thought was Detroit's division definitely is looking like Green Bay's now.
This is a wild stat down here, though. Gibbs had 10 catches for 30 yards. So they were getting pressure like crazy. Goff was just checking it down like every play to Gibbs.
Yeah,
I think that addition of Parsons is so crazy to already a top 5 defense. Like,
yeah. I was thinking about it though. Like, I don't know how many wins, like actual wins, do you think a Micah Parsons adds? Like, I
think 2. I think
really, eh?
I had him at 11-6 before that, and then I bumped him to 13-4.
Yeah, eh? Because I'm like, I don't think like one player, like outside of quarterback, I don't think one player is adding, like single-handedly adding you a win somewhere. You know what I mean?
I disagree. Like, I think defensive end is one of those positions where you can say
maybe defensive end is turning into one of those positions. Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're constantly like, I mean, the same way MVP is like a QB only race. Like, that's what defensive player of the year is coming. Like, who can get the most sacks?
100%.
Pretty much. I mean, except for last year, like Surtain. Like, there was no great pass rusher last year, like putting up close to 20 sacks. I think Hendrickson got like 17, and all of this came at like week 18 too. So that was an outlier year, but I mean, just looking at the past, like it's just been Garrett, Bosa, Watt, like every year.
Yeah, exactly. It's whoever gets the sacks. It's the. I mean, I feel like Micah should have won it somewhere in there. Like he's. I think he's a top 3 defensive player. Maybe a Max Crosby could have snuck in and won somewhere, but I think Micah has
good chance this year.
Yeah, 100%. Especially now, like something like that puts him kind of back into the forefront of the media's mind all the time, and all the spotlight is going to be on him. And he makes a play like he did today, and they're like, okay, well, he's got defensive player of the year locked up already.
Yeah.
Once that narrative kind of starts, it's hard to turn it off. Like,
yeah, because the voters see that too.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's the same thing. Like after Allen had that run against Kansas City, like on 4th and 2, scored the touchdown late in the game to win the game. It was like, okay, now Lamar's going to have to like change everybody's mind in order to win the MVP. Like once that narrative starts, it's hard to stop it.
And it was like Lamar 2 years ago when he beat the Niners in prime time. Like that just
locked him
for MVP.
Exactly.
And Brock Purdy was like the close second in MVP, and he threw like 4 interceptions that game.
Yeah.
We can't give this guy MVP. Like MVP comes down to like numbers and primetime wins. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's the best quarterback on like the best the top seed in the division or something like that. Like whatever.
You can't be a wild card and be the MVP. That's why it's so crazy. People think like people have Burrow as a favorite because
or Herbert.
Yeah, none of them are going to win the division.
Yeah,
actually, Burrow could now. No, dropped one, but I don't know. I think head to head, like Ravens will still beat the Bengals.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Bengals are going to be what the Bengals are. Like they're going to be battling for a wild card spot and potentially miss the playoffs. And doesn't really matter what Joe Burrow does. That defense is going to be Swiss cheese all year.
Yeah, that defense actually bailed him out today, though. They got a couple picks on Flacco,
Yeah.
and Burrow only had like 100 yards.
Jalen Hurts is better than both QBs that played tonight.
At what? I don't think there's a single thing Hurts is better at than either of those quarterbacks.
No, and there's 5 other quarterbacks that are better than Jalen Hurts at everything ever.
Yeah,
so.
I'm glad to see the Herbert over Hurts kind of went mainstream on Friday, though. Like people were like, "How are people putting Hurts over Herbert?" That was great.
If you had to rank it, how would your top 5 quarterbacks go? Like just on like who's the best quarterback? Not like obviously Mahomes, if we're including like playoff success and like whatever, then Mahomes is first. But like if you're just looking at who's the best quarterback, who's your top 5?
Because I know we talked about earlier how like the top 3 like playoff success determines it, but like after watching Mahomes on Friday, like I'm a little like he wasn't good. Like on the deep throws, he missed. I don't know if it was 2 touchdowns. I know he missed 1 touchdown to Thornton down the side. I don't know if it was 2, but I think he missed multiple deep throws, and like that was the best part of his game 2 years ago when he threw 50. 2 or 3 years ago when he threw 50 touchdowns. Like he was hitting the deep throw constantly. Peach is going off in the chat on Fields, but yeah, I think it's fair to put Allen and Lamar over Mahomes now, though. I kind of see the vision there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's like a slight to Mahomes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you can like just because you're not number one. Just because you're not number one doesn't mean that I think you're bad.
Yeah, Brady had these years too.
Yeah, exactly.
Brady. I mean. So Brady won his last in like early 2000s, and they didn't win again for 10 years. I don't know if Mahomes will be that. Like he's still making Super Bowls, but like I don't know, man. I agree though. Like it doesn't mean like you're bad if you have a 2-time MVP and the reigning MVP ahead of you. Like. They're there for a reason, and they won those
exactly.
So I think probably Allen, Mahomes, Lamar would be top 3. Just because like I do value like playoff performances, like especially from the elite quarterbacks, and Allen doesn't skip a beat in the playoffs. I know he loses, and people bash him for losing to Mahomes, but it's never his fault when he loses to Mahomes. Like,
yeah.
He is always the best player on the field for the Bills. Like,
exactly, 100% of the time, he's our best player. And you know, like you watch a game like tonight, and you're like, okay, Derrick Henry was the best player, or
I think that's so fair. Like, the Bills don't have a Derrick Henry. Like James Cook is great, but he's half the player Henry is. And like, I know hypotheticals, if you put Henry on the Bills, they would be amazing, but it's obviously true. If you put Henry on the Bills, they would be the best rushing offense in the league.
100%. You'd have 2 Derrick Henrys in the backfield.
Yeah.
What's Teach saying now? Playoff performances is why I have Lamar behind Hurts. Okay, that's a fair take.
I gotta get my charger real quick.
James Cook was amazing tonight. I like that. Yeah, he was. I feel like our offense did a little bit too much of like screenplays that went for like half a yard, which I feel like is a play calling issue. I feel like we gotta work out some of those play calling things. We kind of got a little bit we got real screen happy, and we just kept dumping the ball off to James Cook for half a yard, and we didn't really need to. You know, there was a point where like Josh Allen had like whatever it was, like 10 completions and like 30 yards or whatever it was, like 50 yards of passing or 60 yards passing on like 10 completions. And you're like, okay, like we're checking the ball down a little bit too much here. And then he started letting it fly to Keon Coleman and Shakir, and Josh Palmer got a few targets.
Palmer, baby. we shit on him.
Off-season acquisition comes through.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pull up his final stat because he had a big catch at the end too.
Yeah, he did. He did for sure.
Why did they have this game at the bottom? What did he finish with? Because I had his under in a parlay. Yeah, he had 5 for 61.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad game. What did James Cook end up getting for receiving yards?
58.
Okay, nice. I told everyone to take the over on James Cook receiving yards. It was set at like 10.5 or something like that. So
yeah. Do you guys always use them a bunch in the screen game in like shootouts?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And just the way that the I felt like the Ravens defense, the way that they kind of do it is they if there is a weakness to the Ravens defense, it's covering that running back coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, the flats.
They have no issues stopping the run. You're not gonna rush for a lot of yards against them. And they got pretty good lockdown corners and safeties. So if you are going to attack them, it has to be with your running back out of the backfield.
Yeah, Jair did not look good though.
No, Jair didn't look good. Kyle Hamilton looked really good.
Yeah, he is incredible.
Yeah, I wanted the Bills to draft that Malachi Starks guy. He looked really good too. But I don't know. Maybe our we had Dorian Strong, a 6th round guy playing corner, our other corner position, and if we had a healthy Max Harrison, maybe it looks a little bit different, or the Zay Flowers stat line might look a little different, or just having that extra bit of speed on our defense might help us out a little bit down the line. But
yeah, do you see what Teach said on the 2-point conversion?
What's that? I didn't like that 2-point conversion call. Let Allen pass or use his legs. 100%. That one that you're talking, the one where he threw it up to Keon Coleman like right off the bat, and like I felt like the Bills when they need 2 yards, you don't want to have like a designated Josh Allen run. I feel like you want to have a play where he can extend a little bit, and if he wants to run, then take off. But if he sees someone open, then you throw the ball. But like to just instantly stand there, and I don't think throwing a fade route to Keon Coleman is the play call at all. I think you want to have something where he can roll out to his right a little bit, extend. If he wants to take off, he has that option. And if someone comes across and is open, then he makes that throw. But yeah, I agree. I definitely did not like that play call at all.
Yeah, Coleman's just not the guy you can throw up a fade to and like be like, yeah, we know he's going to come down with it. I know he's like 6'4", right?
Yeah, they say his best attribute is his like contested catches and like just the size and his body, his physicality. But like he hasn't really proven or shown it yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
When's the Steelers-Bills matchup? That is, I think it's week 13 or something like that.
I'll pull it up.
Week 12 or 13. I have it in my notes here somewhere. 7, 8, 9, 10.
I pulled it up, or I looked it up, and it pulled up the 2024 wild card game.
Yeah, it's week 13. We're in Pittsburgh. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully Rodgers' Achilles is still intact by that point.
Yeah, I hope so.
No, but I mean, in all honesty, he looked really good today. I think that was obviously this Bills Ravens game is the game of the week. But that was game of the week before. That Pittsburgh Jet game was really good. There was like 6 or 7 lead changes. It was just a hard fought game. I thought it was really really cool.
I think just the fact it was unexpected. Like people knew what you're getting with Ravens Bills, but
Yeah,
to have
exactly.
Fields and Rodgers have 8 combined touchdowns, like 2 quarterbacks that people just shit on all the time. Like I thought it was cool to have 2 guys that
Yeah,
get a ton of negative press in the media, like look great.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up here pretty soon, but I wanted to check with you because you got who was it? The quoted by Sleeper today
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
on your because you said what did he say last year? Who the wide receiver ones were, and like this year who they're going to be?
No, it was week
Or week
1.
one or something like that.
Here, I'll pull it up. Complete here. I don't know if I can. There it is. So last year, the top 3 wide receivers week 1, Jaden Reed, Cooper Kupp, and Alan Lazard. So just shit wide receivers. Like nothing against Jaden Reed. Like I think Jaden Reed is obviously the best here. Cooper Kupp was washed. So here's what I thought. So I was thinking Jaden Reed, like deep threat, touchdown dependent. Who's someone that sucks? That's deep threat, touchdown dependent. Quentin Johnston. He's the perfect match. And then Cooper Kupp, who is a washed receiver. DeAndre Hopkins. And then I don't know the parallel between Lazard and Hollywood Brown. I don't think I can think of a parallel there, but
I have no idea.
Yeah. But just a total dart throw. Like there wasn't like analysis here why these guys are going off. It's just total dart throw, and it was just so funny. They all hit because D-Hop had the one-handed touchdown, and then I was like, oh shit. People were saying they were gonna come after me if D-Hop had a good game. I was like, oh god. But look at that.
But yeah, what I wanted to talk about was like obviously we don't expect these guys to stay at the wide receiver 1 spot, but like who do you think is going to like maybe have after just seeing some week 1 performances, like who's going to be a breakout guy? You know, everyone's favorite question, who's the next Puka Nacua of this year or whatever the case might be?
Man, I think the first guy that comes to mind is Garrett Wilson because he's going to be a target hog in the offense. And I think they kind of showed that they're going to let Fields pass this year more than the Steelers or the Bears let him. And I think when you have like, I know that the Jets offense isn't going to be constant, like 30-point games, but when you have a guy just soaking up that many targets, like you could see Garrett Wilson potentially getting back into top 10. Like he kind of got overlooked this year because he's been top 10 in back-to-back drafts because you thought you were getting Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
And now you get a run-heavy scheme with Aaron Glenn, and then you get Fields back there. Like people were kind of predicting Garrett Wilson to fall off, but like I was really impressed with how many targets he got and the deep ball too. Like I think Garrett Wilson could potentially get back into like top 5 territory, top 10 territory.
Thank you, Caleb. It was a great win. I think we're getting a Keon Coleman breakout year for sure as well. Yeah,
I like him too.
I think just what we saw today, like the trust that Allen is going to have for him, and you know, just kind of even though I didn't like the play call, he's going to be throwing up fade routes to Keon Coleman. I feel like they're going to be doing that a lot. So like I feel like a breakout season for Keon Coleman for sure.
Yeah. And the fact they trust him so much, like we saw a different Allen last year with him spreading the ball around so much. So I don't think he'll like laser lock Coleman like he did Diggs. But I think when you get in these shootouts, like Coleman's going to be the guy that gets the big time targets.
If we're looking for like long sustained drives, it's going to be like a Khalil Shakir who's going to be getting the targets over the middle kind of thing. But when we need to get down the field and put up points, I think it's going to be Keon Coleman on the sidelines and, you know, contested balls and get out of bounds kind of situations like we saw tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw. I know it was a boring ass game with Panthers and Jaguars, but Travis Etienne there, like he was being drafted top 10 last year and then
Mhm.
fell off the cliff.
Mhm.
But he put up I'll pull up the actual numbers.
I have him on my bench. I have him on my bench.
I did too. I wanted to see how it would shape out because they added so many running backs. But
he had 143 rushing yards.
Yeah, he had a 71-yard, like
no touchdowns though, no touchdowns, but still 143 yards is a lot.
Yeah, and you get 3 catches too from him.
Yeah,
but I think like those are the type of games you're getting from him the year before. He stunk it up last year.
Yeah,
and I think you're getting a huge discount on him in drafts this year. So he could be a big steal at the running back position, especially with Liam Cohen in Jacksonville now. Like
Duval.
Yeah, he may be cringy, but dude, he knows offense.
He is cringy, but he knows offense for sure. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap up. It's getting close to 1:00. You're way past my bedtime.
You're in.
Anything else you want to touch on? Any other games? Any other players? Any other performances? Anything else?
Not really.
Okay, how about this? Do a quick prediction for tomorrow night.
Whoa.
Minnesota, Chicago.
I say Vikings win. Probably 27-17.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. You think JJ's like what are your expectations of JJ McCarthy?
I don't think they're going to have him do much. Like I don't think they're going to have him I don't think they're going to put the ball in his hands like in big situations. Like I think they're going to get it quick to Jefferson, quick to Hawkinson, quick in their skill position players. Like I don't think they want him making big throws.
No, it's going to be. I feel like they're going to be heavily relying on Aaron Jones a lot.
Yeah, I think so too. Like we haven't really seen O'Connell go run heavy. He's always been aired out, but I think they know what they have in McCarthy and probably hold him back a little bit. Don't let him fuck it up like Harbaugh did with him at Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining me. This is actually one of my highest viewed streams that we got going on here. So thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Crazy win for the Bills. What a comeback! It was a crazy game. Thank you very much, OTL. Everyone, go give OTL a follow. Tell them where they can find you. Yeah, on Twitter at OTLFfootball, and on YouTube at On the League FF. Right on, man. Appreciate it. We'll be doing this again sometime soon for sure. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Congrats. Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. Go Bills. Peace out.